Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Flying Alaska with me and your Herd 37. So our last flight, we ended up in Taylor, Alaska, and that runway, holy hell, I don't even know exactly how we stopped. But somehow we're going to try and get out of there. And we're going to head on down to Aniak, that's P-A-N-I. There's actually an airport here, it's KLG. In fact, that's the ID, but you can't actually, I was actually going to go there, Kalskag. It's ICAO. You couldn't even find it on Flight Sim Commander. It was PALG. And I was going to go there, and then all of a sudden I saw this with the ILS and the long runways. And I was like, heck, after the last flight, we deserve to go to a bigger airport with ILS and everything. Because we had a hard time finding Taylor, and then, man, that runway was so daggone short. So yeah, we're going to go down to Aniak. As you can see, it's about 283 miles. We're going to take off on runway 34. As you can see, the wind, really there's like one near it, shows the wind coming from the north, so we'll take off on 34. In Aniak, we're going to use the ILS, frequency 109.7, heading is 105, and it's actually, I believe it's like 85 feet on the airport elevation, PANI. Yeah, elevation is only about 85 feet. So with that, we can go ahead and we'll move on over to the plane. Alright everybody, here we are at the plane. Of course, there's no place to park or anything, so you start up on the runway. It's like a barren area, it's extremely small. I'm surprised they even have this runway, this little airport in FSX. Like, some of them are there and some of them aren't. So it can actually be kind of a chore sometimes finding, airports in Alaska. Although they do have a ton. Man, look how short that runway is. How the hell are we going to get up in the air? That's what I want to know. I actually would like the plane to be back just a little bit. It would take every little inch I could get, really. Alright, so the parking brake is set. We'll go up here to FS Passenger and start our flight. Oh, only 10 people, not 12 this time. We'll be taking like half the thing. Oh, that's why. Last time I was saying, how did we not have any cargo? That's because I was setting this and thinking that I was setting the cargo. Oh my goodness. That's why. So we can do like 40% on the fuel. Yeah, we can't take a full. I'm kind of wondering how much cargo we really want to take. I mean, I'll take 450 in each. We don't want to be very heavy. It's because, we're going to have a hell of a time getting off this runway as it is, being even at 95%. It's like almost 300 nautical miles, so we do want a fair bit of fuel. Normal flight for the type destination is going to be, like I said, PANI, Aniak.
Destination set.
Order up immediately. That's why we didn't get any cargo. I can't believe I did that. Start the flight. I put the passengers in thinking I'm putting the cargo in. Because they're both sliders, obviously. But yeah. So put the belts on. Hopefully we can start up a little better this time. I was looking at some stuff. Because they do have, like, kind of procedures on the thing. But like I said, I can't print them out. Because I don't have a printer. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the battery on. The nav and the beacon can come on as well. I'm going to come over here real quick. We're going to open up the cowlings. Although it shouldn't be like... It's not really that hot in Alaska in July. Alright, so let's look over here. Let's do the right fuel boost. Turn on the ignition of the right engine. Got their... everything looks good. Go ahead and hit the right starter. It tells you to not turn the avionics on yet, but, well, I guess no. I'm wrong. I was going to say, well, I need my instruments, but no, I've got the gauges. I'm going to go ahead and put that up, all the way up to 100%. We'll turn that starter off. Also turn the fuel boost off. And we'll turn that right generator on. Okay, now we'll turn on the fuel boost. Although it says normal and technically on is to the back. I'm gonna leave it like that though. Ignition for the left. The starter. Waiting for 12% NG. There we go. See, she started. So we'll just go ahead and slowly move this on up to 100%. Then you want to click that starter off. Fuel boost can come off as well, and we'll want that generator on. Alright, so let's turn on our pitot heat, stall vane, prop heat, and actually it did say to turn on the fuel control heaters. I haven't been doing that, but I'll turn them on now. Surface, but auto avionics bus. And I accidentally hit the, I guess the avionics AC. I don't really need to hit that, but I did last time. I remember that. Because after I did, I was like, wait, do I need to do that? But I left it on. I thought it was like, I was thinking AC, I wasn't thinking air conditioner, I was thinking more like fans to help keep the avionics cool, which makes sense in my mind. Alright, let me go ahead and resize this before we get going. Move this down. As for the altitude, let's see if I can... We're going to 8,500 feet. Now that that's set, actually let me bring that back because we're going to bring this GPS. I just want to resize everything before we get going. 283 miles. Hopefully everyone can see that. Turn the messages off. There we go. And we need to do the same over here. I'm going to take a look at this right over here real quick too. Hit CDI, hit that over, hit OBS again. It's GPS. Okay, those messages are off. Off, and we'll turn our weather radar on. Head over to test. See, that's the thing about this transponder, it talks about it, but you can't actually turn it on. Actually, a lot of that you can't actually hit. Okay, so the weather radar, I'm going to put that over on the standby now. Let's make a call out here. Technically, we need to have, I guess, should we have our landing lights on and strobes on? Taxi light, landing light, strobe. I hope FSX doesn't ding us. I mean, we started up on the airport, on the runway. By the way, it does say to arm auto feather. I thought about that before, but I never messed with that. I don't like messing with anything that has to do with auto feather. I've had bad experiences in the past. Select a runway for takeoff. 34, and we're going to go ahead and say that we're going out to the south.
Alpha Kilo 4, 9er, traffic, X-ray, Bravo 5, 9er, 7, taking off, runway 3.
I'm going to put flaps out 2 notches. Yeah, I'll do 2 and not 3. Because I want that help try and get that extra lift. Whoa. Alright, parking brake coming off. We're going to go back behind the runway just a little bit and reline up. Line up again. I want my wheels to be right up against the runway. My front wheel, not where we are right now. By the way, the plan was we're going to the southern part of Alaska to Unalaska. Then we'll make our way over to the northeast of that. We're going to hit up Valdez and Yakutat. You have scenery for those two. Both of those, I believe, have come out since our last flight. Although, since I started back during the little off time we had. Come on, man! I can't get you lined up. There we go. Stop right here. Yakutat might have been out. I know Valdez has been a lot more recent. That's where we're gonna go. All right. Here we go. Hold on to the brakes. Alright, off the brakes. There you go, girl. Get going fast. Oh my goodness, she's going straight left on me? Pulling back hard. Ah, we can't get up. Well, I tried. There's just no possible way to get up. Flaps going to 1 notch, gear coming up. I thought we might have a little hard time doing that, and we in fact did. But we gotta get up quick because of this terrain here. Just lost our heat. Pitot heat. Just only try and get that back. I believe it's Shift H for the pitot heat, because there's a problem with that. Retracting the flaps all the way. Yeah, that sucks that we couldn't actually get up like I wanted to. There, this pitot heat spec. Yeah, that sucks. I thought we might have a problem, and we did. We weren't actually able to do it. You'd have to be extremely light to do it. I mean, we only had 10 passengers. I guess weight-wise we were at 95%, but daggone. It's a shame. Alright, we can get our nose down now. We had to climb really quick. We're still not all that high, to be quite honest. Trying to climb right around 1,000 feet a minute. Well, then all of a sudden the nose goes way up. Come on, girl. She's really sensitive. Trying to trim her just to get right at 1,000. All of a sudden I'm hearing some whistling noise. It's kind of odd. We need to get those cowlings closed as well. We'll straighten her out here and we'll hit the autopilot. I'm really struggling keeping that nose right at 1,000. Alright, so she'll be climbing at 1,000. Close these cowling flaps. Reset my view. Alright, so 283 miles is a pretty good long flight. Let me put that as just to 80 or 90. Although we could put them at 80. Like I say, we're climbing up to 8,500. That should be good. It's going to take about an hour and a half at this speed. I never set the daggone heading, did I? Man, oh day. There's always going to be something that I forget. Desired track is 133. Yeah, I just wish we would have been able to get up on that off that runway, because technically, I mean, obviously got to. I don't know if it's totally bad that we had to use some grass. A fair bit of grass as well. But that airport, people actually use that airport. There's 2 companies that actually pick up and deliver there, which is kind of surprising. I'm not sure what kind of planes they use, but this one seems to be a little bit too big. At least to take off. Well, if you're at 95%, that is. I mean, I guess we could have not taken so many people or something. Or just not taking the baggage. This would have been the one to not take baggage on. And that would have, because we did what, 450? We could have shed 900 pounds, which is a fair amount. So we probably, I guess, should have done that. Yeah, there's some whistling sound. It's kind of odd. Let's take a look outside. Completely forgot to. Wow. I just love this openLC North America, man. It's just badass. Beautiful, man, with all the colors and everything. It does look, I gotta say, pretty realistic. Alright, 277 miles out. So I guess what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and speed her on up, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, everybody, slowing it down. We're about 25 miles out here. Been kind of descending kind of slowly. We're coming up on 5,000. Go ahead and get up the airport here. And Aniak is PANI. Turn over to the traffic. Select a runway for landing. We're going on runway 10. Full stop landing. And we'll announce our position.
November, India, traffic, X-ray, Bravo.
I'm going to come over here.
Is 23 miles northwest, 5,000, inbound to land, runway 10.
This is going to be 109.7. So, set 109.7. There we go. And we'll do that for down here as well. 109.7. Put that up. Let me show this. I guess, yeah, that's got 109.7 showing there as well. Now, let's go ahead. We need to slow this thing all down. We actually need to descend quicker as well. So we're about 19 miles out. We're going to hold down around 3,000 feet. We'll go ahead and switch this over to heading. We'll fly that. I don't know if we have any procedures for 10 or not. It does have say ILS 10. Vectors. And have this thing. I've had problems with this. I think we had problems with that before, not wanting to work. So let's go over to this one. You can see it is there. Let's see if we can get that. Yeah, there we go. Activate approach. So actually we can switch this back now over to nav. Oh, the heading of the runway, by the way, is 105 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and move my heading over to 105. That went flying by, didn't it? 105, and I need to kind of zoom down because I honestly kind of forget how to use this thing, kind of. See, indicated airspeed, course. But I don't remember how to move the course. I think we have to actually switch that over to nav before I can actually use the course. Because as you can see, it's not actually moving. As I recall, this thing is odd to use. So here's the altitude for the minimums. I guess we should move that. I'll move that to 200. I don't really know what the minimum should be. Set it at 100. Barometer in there. Alright. So, like I say, I think you have to actually switch that over to nav before it'll actually work. We're at 3,500 feet, by the way. Bring that back up. So RPM need to be at max RPM. Go ahead and put that fuel to fuel full rich. If the GPS is kind of hard to see over there, you can see it over here. Let's move the range down to 15 and 10. I actually want to go a little bit below 3,000. So let me actually bring this down to like 2,500. Because I'm afraid at 3,000, since we're going to be a little bit closer. Actually, let me put it at 2,700, 2,800. I'll settle for that. So she'll go down to 2,800. Because I just don't want to be too high. See, that thing is messing with the altimeter there. Those wind changes. I can't remember. I think we've done only a very few ILS landings with this thing. I'm not sure if they've ever worked. I know we have so many problems with some of those planes with ILS not working. Although it's probably just me screwing things up. Let's announce our position again. People know where we are.
Aniak traffic, X-ray Bravo 5907 is 10 miles northwest, 2,800 inbound to land, runway 10.
Alright, turning towards the airport here, towards the runway. Wow, there it is. Let her come on down. Switch it from GPS back over to nav. Come on, thing. I thought I could switch it. I guess the course doesn't matter. I cannot move the course at all. I thought we needed to, maybe not. Reset the view. I have a feeling we're too high. Back on the glide slope. Bring the speed down. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the gear. One notch of flaps. Yeah, so apparently this doesn't have the, it's not Cat 3, I'm guessing. I feel like we're a little low. Autopilot is off. Plane is mine, because I think we're getting a little too low here. Alright, you see we're slightly low. See it coming back now. There we are. Second notch of flaps. Okay, now we're getting too high, as you can see. We're at full flaps. Need to get down and also slow down. I always feel like the speed with this plane is kind of fickle. Like you can get in danger in a hurry. Alright, bringing the nose back up a little bit here. So we're gonna get a little more on the power. She'll slow down too much. Shit.
Papa Alpha November Aniak traffic, X-ray Bravo 5907 is on final runway.
We're slightly low.
To land.
And left. Get too low. Bring the nose up for a second. Down. It was probably not too bad. We want to come over here to the middle. Looking for the taxiway. I haven't even hit the brakes yet. I thought it was about the middle that we actually turned off. I realize my mic keeps like getting away from me. We're sorry, having to bring that thing closer. Sometimes it kind of gets away from me. Retracting the flaps. It's much easier than the Taylor. Which reminds me, I wish we could have done that at Taylor, though. Daggone it. Stop the recording. Let's tell everyone that we're clear of the runway.
Papa Alpha November, India, traffic, X-ray, Bravo 5.
And the landing lights come
Clear
off.
of the runway.
The anti-collision lights come off as well. I don't know how warm it is in Alaska in the summer, because I've got it set for July. We're going to say that we'll open the cowlings just in case. I doubt it's all that warm even in July in Alaska, but alright. Alright, so let's taxi on over, see if we can find us a place to park. Park this thing. Man, you give this thing just a little bit of gas to get going, and she just wants to take off. Or we should say fuel, not gas. We're actually just gonna pull over here to the left to this building over here. So who even knows where you really need to go? We'll just keep her quicker. It's probably not the right area. We always seem to be able to pick the wrong ones. But that's alright. Parking brake coming on. Taxi light going off. Oh, they're probably getting anything else. That's the taxi light. My bad. Fuel control heaters can go off. Service goes off. Prop heat, pitot heat, stall vane as well. You can turn off the avionics. No longer needed. Come over here, I'll get rid of this yoke. Auto feather, you come off. Although, did that just turn off? Alright, so it is just arming it. So we turn that off. Cut the fuel. Generators can come off. Ignition switch is off. Nav and beacon. Battery off as well. So everything is off. Open up the door. I was going to tell them to take their belts off. I guess if you open the door, they are finally starting to do that. Still got some, like, electronics here. Which happens from time to time. I don't know how you turn it off. There's a switch over here, like battery and gen, but that would... I don't know. Batteries off, generators are off. Plus they're not spinning, so the generators wouldn't create power anyway. 75%. Yeah, we only had 10 this time, not the normal 12. Although I was kind of glad we didn't have 12. We had hell, we couldn't get off the runway in time. We had to use the grass a little bit. Let's end this thing. Alright, flight distance 282 nautical miles. Time airborne, 1 hour 19 minutes 57 seconds. Flight time was 1 hour 23:51. Time on the ground was 10 minutes 16 seconds. Average speed was 212.39 knots. Climb time 7.5 minutes. Cruise time was just over an hour, almost an hour 1 minute. Average cruise speed 232.5 knots. Descent time 11 minutes 24 seconds. Landing speed 80.95 knots. Came down to 128.5 feet a minute, so it was a kiss. Landing pitch 2.04 degrees. Landing weight 8,503 pounds. Total fuel use 670 pounds. 86 on the climb. 527 on the cruise, using 519 an hour. That seems like a lot. Descent fuel use 56 pounds. I pulled the RPMs back to 80. I didn't pull back the speed too much on the power lever. That seems like a lot. 519 an hour. Alright, so we got $1,311 for the tickets, $642 for the cargo. Used $323 dollars worth of fuel, $11 for the airport taxes, $84 for the insurance. Total real income was $1,535 times 50 gives $76,750. Passengers thought we should be at 100%, so we increased 0.57% to 94.28. Alright, perfect flight, 230 pilot bonus points, 50 for the smooth landing, very satisfied passenger, perfect flight, 150, and 30 for the scheduled airport. And they didn't ding us for anything. I was kind of scared they would. Alright. So, like I said before we took off, the plan is to go to the southern part of Alaska, down to Unalaska, which is in that little chain of islands, kind of like in the middle of that. Then we'll head over to the east of that and go over to Valdez. And even to the east of that is that Yucatan. And then at that point, we'll probably have to start making our way back. I don't know, because I want to end it back at, was Unalakleet. And that'll be the end of the series once we get back over there. Probably a total of the season, probably 15 or 16 episodes, just like the first one. But, yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, I hope you all did enjoy this episode, and I'll see you guys on the next flight.